Mr. Speaker, we respect the intelligence of the Australian people by considering fundamental changes to the tax system carefully and with full analysis and with due diligence. We do not respect the intelligence of the Australian people, nor do we discharge our responsibilities appropriately if, as the Labor Party has done, we were to rush in to proposing changes without understanding the consequences of them. What the Labor Party has proposed in terms of its changes to negative gearing undermines the value of the largest single asset class in Australia. It undermines the value of every Australian home. It will, as the member for Sydney observed a moment ago, it will ensure that Australians, hard-working Australians, on average incomes, a nurse or a teacher, a police officer, will not be able to buy an investment property, a residential property, and rent it out and offset their net rental loss against their income. The honourable member for Sydney says, no, they should be happy just to buy a residence. So only the wealthy who can negative gear against their investment income will be able to buy existing residential properties.
I remind the member for Sydney that she has already been warned.
That is the consequence. That is what happens. That type of bizarre outcome, that bizarre inequitable outcome, is what happens when political parties, when governments or indeed oppositions in this case, formulate policies without carefully examining them. As we've heard from the Treasurer, Mr. Speaker, we know that his counterpart, the member for McMahon, has been working on this negative gearing plan apparently for 18 months, but we also know from the Leader of the Opposition that he knew nothing about it. So clearly, this is a policy that was ill thought out. It was not well prepared. It did not respect the intelligence of the Australian people, and perhaps it said more about the intelligence of those opposite.